Hello guys, welcome to Chelsea State of Mind. Just want to talk quickly about the preview of the game, Chelsea versus Liverpool. Chelsea's will be missing 7 to 9 players, and Liverpool will be missing Alisson. Chalobah is suspended. That will be interesting to see how that works. Badishia will be playing with Achimpong. And I see Chelsea starting largely with the team that started with in the Champions League. But the interesting thing there is I want to talk about is that I think, my previous video I talked about that every coach needs to have like 4 systems. The first system could take you through the first 3 to 4 games of the season. The second system could lead you probably till like the maybe the 10th to 15th, maybe midway the first half of the season, because you'll be playing Champions League, a lot of games, and those ones kind of lead you through very, very, very tough periods. So I think Chelsea has been a bit more predictable, and that because the players, they have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of pressure on them after winning the Club World Cup. And I think that's one thing the coaching team for Chelsea hasn't really realized. But coming back to how far we've done, we started well, but we are caught up with the pressure, the hype of the Club World Cup. To me, I think that's actually what affected us. Those records we had were more of the players trying to impress the coach and also the team, not necessarily indiscipline, because those records weren't like they lashed out or someone's fighting anything. It's just, trying to impress. So I think what this coach needs, he needs to rotate more. I know we bought some players, maybe they feel are not ready yet, fully ready yet. Yeah, I've been hearing Gittins, what people have been saying about Gittins, but I think compared to all the players we bought, okay, apart from Esteval, the usuals, Buonanotte and Garnacho doesn't seem to be that. It wouldn't be a bad idea to start. So I think the Chelsea coach needs to do a bit more of rotation, because the players we have already a bit more predictable, but these guys are a bit more of like dark horses. So I think that's what he needs to do, and also play with space, because that's where the creativity comes. Because one thing I've noticed about Arsenal, like, okay, yeah, for example, I watched the game Arsenal versus City. Arsenal's equalizer is a very good example of that. Just put the ball in those spaces. Let your man go get the ball, score the goal. Even the Club World Cup, all the goals probably okay, apart from maybe to a large extent maybe the semis, but in that final, it's about using space, and being creative. That's actually what we need to do. So it's about being a bit more creative. Don't make it to look too obvious. Joao Pedro has been marked out. Oh, virtually in that any game that Chelsea is gonna play, he's gonna have 2 people on him. So it's quite obvious that look, we need to play more with space. We need to have players switching roles. Maresca talked about it. It looks like he wants to give Esteval more freedom. It depends on how he wants to do it, but he doesn't want him to just be a fixed number 10. And I see that, look, if he plays Esteval as a fixed 10, he might be marked out. He could get lost in the game. Something could happen. Some dynamics could actually kind of collapse the structure he's trying to build. So I think he wants Esteval to play from the wings, but he might want him to have more freedom. But I think Esteval coming in from the wings might not be that effective. What I feel that we need to do more is, I think I'm happy with that Lavia is going to start this game, because the problem we're having is I think when Enzo Fernandez plays more when we are more under pressure. But it depends, it's a bit tricky. Sometimes he starts well, sometimes he doesn't start well. I think Enzo Fernandez plays well when Cole Palmer is very confident, and Cole Palmer and every other person is buzzing. But when every other person is not really doing well, or maybe, I think he likes to take more responsibility. So when someone like Cole Palmer is there, or certain players are there, he tends to, I don't know, he tends to go a bit cold. It tends to look as if he's lost in the game. But when he has more responsibilities, he tends to do well. I think that's one thing. That's interesting. That thing about Enzo Fernandez that I still can understand. But we just need to understand the dynamics of this game. Watch out for Liverpool. The good thing about Liverpool's strength is that one thing I think they were trying to use against Chelsea is crosses. Those crosses seems to have done last season, but we need to watch out for that. Also, we have to be very careful about playing out from the back. I suggest if Enzo Maresca what he needs to do, my advice for him is, when Chelsea is greatly under pressure, we don't need to play out from because it looks like Malagusto seems to be struggling with playing out from the back. I think it happened against Benfica. It happened again against Bayern Munich as well. He needs to be very careful about playing out from the back. From Malagusto, he needs to find a system whereby we need to play out from the back in a very, very safe way, not to put ourselves under pressure, because in case we lose the ball, and even if we've not even come out from the back, but there are sometimes, even if you're still not coming out from the back, you lose the ball, and you could even end up, creating you have players like with a cost on overload. Liverpool can be very, very good when we lose the ball. We have to be very careful about that. So I'm hoping for the best, but I know that they'll try to use crosses against us, and they'll try time and time again to do that. So we need to be on the watch out. But hopefully, I think if Lavia, I think the biggest hope we have is Lavia. If Lavia will be able to come up to speed, he'll be able to adapt after being away for a long time. I think he will be able to combine well with someone like Esteval, because we need someone who is a bit more, who might be confident, who is also good off the ball, but be able to, because if you are good off the ball, even if Esteval is not getting those passes, if you are good off the ball in the midfield, I think we'll be able to create something, because some of the players will be able to drop deep, and it will be able to create some space for some other players to be able to have some creativity, because Enzo Fernandez sometimes seems to be the weak link, especially when we're under pressure. Let's see how that's gonna work like, and I'm hoping for the best. Of the Chelsea, take care, and I will meet you guys after the game.